I built a new indicator that came out on the QuantCrawler platform about a week and a half ago, and it's been absolutely insane how good this indicator has been at predicting trends and calling it in the market. So, I'm going to show you exactly how I have mine set up and show you how it caught the ride to all time highs on MNQ. It caught the plateau level out and then caught the 700-point sell off today. And if you would have just been following along with it, you would have made some serious money. So to start over here, this is QC signals right here. It's basically a 5 confluence system and trend identifier that gives you buy and sell signals while price action is happening. There's a couple of key things I want to point out. This indicator does not repaint. So when you see one of these signals, it doesn't have the look forward option that a lot of these people try to show you. Like, oh, look how good this indicator is. But it has what's called a look forward, where as price action continues, it will go back in the past and say, oh, back over here, there should have been a buy signal. So it will populate it. So when you add it to your chart and look back, you're like, holy shit, this thing looks really good. I'm going to start trading it. But it has the look forward option. And it's basically a way you get scammed on indicators. I know that because I got scammed on these indicators. So when I built it, I specifically made sure that it does not have this option. So there is no repainting that can happen with this. When a signal is printed, the signal stays and it does not backfill anything to look better than it should. So let me start with my settings and I will show you how I run this. And this is just me personally. You can run it however you want, but I set my minimum confluences to 4 before it will fire an actual buy or sell signal, which is different, by the way, not a bullish. This is just telling you the trend is going bullish. This is not a buy signal. This just means that above the smart trail, the price action is staying above the smart trail calculation. So you're in a bullish trend. Right here, it drops below the smart trail line, flips to red, you're bearish. That's where you get this trend. And when you get stability above and multiple confluences in alignment, even though it popped above here, it pulled back, the trend will flip. So that's why you're getting bullish and bearish. This is not a buy and sell signal, even though you could use it as that if you wanted to. So back to my settings. I use 4 confluences. I don't have the higher time frame trend in alignment. I uncheck it. I believe the default, if I remember right, has it on there. I just don't change mine very often. I don't have a time filter. These here are just visual display items. I don't change anything on the time frame because I built it to my default, so I don't need to. You can change it to whatever you want and it will monitor higher time frames or different time frames to give you the red or green arrow for bullish and bearish. My stop loss method is just smart trail. I don't use anything else. Just when the smart trail flips, it exits me if I'm in a position, or I don't automate this, but that's how you would do that. That's what that would mean when it breaks the smart trail or taps it, it would take you out there. My take profit, I just have at 1 and 2, and that's just visual for me. Again, I don't automate this, so that's just visual tracking for me because I'm always targeting a 1 to 2 risk to reward, meaning I'm going in with anywhere from $200 to $500. I want to make double that on the risk level. So if I'm risking 200, I want to make 400. That's why I run a 1 and a 2. It's visual for me, so I know where I need to exit. I leave my support and resistance lines at 2. I don't change anything on them. And then again, down here, this is all you can make your chart look like a wild pinata if you want to. I don't care. But this will change all your visuals on here. So if you have other indicators and this would clash with it, you need clear colors to see it. You can change whatever you want. And then down here, you can set your alerts for when you right click and go to alert and select these. You can actually have it just fire on any alert or function call. So that's how I have mine set up. And this is the great thing about this indicator, like I said, is it doesn't repaint anything. So right here, MNQ on the 5 minute time frame, that's what I run mine on typically, goes bullish. And we're above the smart trail line. We're popping around. Right here, we get a buy signal. That would have hit. We get a small buy signal. I probably would have taken that, and that probably would have been a loss because you can see the pullback, but just being transparent right here, when you get a big signal like this, buy with a star, that means all 5 confluences across all time frames that you have here were in alignment. So when you get a buy with a star, that's about as dialed in and perfect as this indicator is going to give you. You can see here that hits, you get another buy that hits. So I'm looking at this. This is on the walk up to the all time high. So it's kind of like a zombie walk, right? Like zombie buyer, zombie money. So it's easy to say, hey, Aaron, cool. You're literally showing me this indicator at all time highs. Nice indicator, bro. Of course it's going to work, right? Well, here's the part that's important is we get the run up to all time highs, right? And then we hit this plateau. where we get our last buy signal and it's a loss. But then we have no other buy signals. We have no sell signals. We have small, these are just small seller controlled candles over volume over a certain time. This isn't meant to be an actual signal to buy or sell. It's just sellers are in control. We are in a trend right here. We do get a buy signal, and this red dot means it resulted in a loss. But the point of this is it's not giving you any indication that you should be buying or selling. It's just tracking the trends. Now, here's where it gets important. You zoom out to the all-time high sell-off, which started Monday night in about 2 hours into Asia session and pre-London. So you start getting these little signals right here from QC signals. You're in a sell. Pulls back, you get a sell signal. Boom, that hits. Green dot right there. Take profit one hit, take profit two would have hit as well. Then a sell, you get the indication to go. Depending on where you have your stop loss at, minus smart trail, that would have been a loss. Then you continue getting these indications. You're getting more sells and it's running. So you're getting this trend filter all the way to all time highs with buy signals. You're not getting any signals in the plateau because the 5 of 5 confluences are not in alignment strong enough, or in my case, the 4 of 5 based on how I have my settings. And then right here, you start getting the indications of the sell off and a bearish trend. It goes. So when we map all of this, take the ruler from this bearish or bullish signal right here up to the last buy signal is 689 points that this indicator kept you in a bullish trend with buy signals for an almost 700 point rise on MNQ on the 5 minute time frame. Now, we survive the plateau and the chop because we don't have any clear signals. And then here you start to get a sell signal. You get a couple, right? We talked about that. But right here, you get a small seller controlled indication right here. So if you were to go in right here and you ran this all the way down to where it flips bullish, we won't even say we'll catch the bottom, but let's look at it. If you did catch the bottom, that's a 700 point sell off in the last 24 hours. But let's say you stay in it all the way until you get a full bullish confirmation. I know you get one right here, but this is a reversal right here. So let's say we ran it all the way here. That's a 600 point run right there. So you catch an almost 700 point run up and an almost 600 point sell off with indications from this indicator. But the main thing I'm most excited about is this indicator performed how I wanted it to. When you are not in alignment on these, we got one shitty signal right here. That sucks, right? That definitely was a loss. It just is what it is. You got to admit it. Nothing's perfect. But after you get your last buy indication that also was a loss at the top at all time highs, you hit consolidation and you don't have any clear indications except for one that you should be buying. And this stretches all the way from Sunday night, about 2 hours into Asia session, all the way until you get your first true sell signal on Tuesday, London session. So this indicator saves you consolidation by about a day and a half. And then it's signaling the ride up, it's signaling the ride down. So having the right indicator that actually works, that doesn't repaint and doesn't have a look forward and doesn't do all of this backfill stuff. So when you scroll back and say, oh my gosh, this thing's amazing, I'm going to trust it 100% and this is going to be my strategy. I legitimately feel like you could do that with this one. Because again, we're looking at this here to all time highs. But if you scroll back, it caught this one too. Bullish buy all the way up to the top. You go bearish, no signals when it flips bearish. Buy, goes bearish, no signals. Bullish, more buy signals. Like this indicator is dialed in on these 5 confluences. It works. I'm telling you, it works. If you are failing at day trading, I don't want to be the influencer and say you need this indicator, but I'm legitimately showing you why and how you need this indicator.